So it's been about a week and I've put in 30 hours into Mario Kart World. The verdict is, yeah, the game's pretty good. Dare I say it's excellent. Pure whimsy from start to finish. Mario Kart World is simply put the perfect launch title for me right now. My friends and family seem to really enjoy the frantic races, massive cast of characters, and the road trip vibe the new tracks gave off. As a single player experience, I was pleased as punch. 8 Grand Prix and 8 Knockout Tours make up for 16 cups in total. Well, technically 7 Grand Prix as the special cup is unlockable, but I'm sure you guys get the gist. Then we got Knockout Tour, Mario Kart World's premier new mode where you're in an ever-shrinking race to maintain the podium top 4 position. Yes, it's got a lot of similarities with the tired battle royale genre. That said, I very much enjoy just how heart-pounding every race is. Truth be told, online, I haven't even touched Versus Race because I love the Knockout Tour mode so much. Ripping through the highways and transitioning onto traditional tracks, which flows effortlessly back into the open world racing format, is a surprisingly addicting loop. Similar to online sentiment, I was under the impression things would get pretty boring going in a straight line for extended hours of play. However, this simply is not the case. The sheer frequency of items and shortcut maneuvers saves these segments. I low-key love playing risky and hanging back as I bank on getting a golden shroom to rip and tear through a shortcut of my creation. Combine that with row grinding and wall riding mechanics, and you get a recipe for some insanely fun kinetic gameplay. The open-ended track design is easily the biggest boon to Mario Kart World's gameplay deviations. It's simple for me. Bigger track equals more mind-altering shortcuts for me to take, which makes my Knockout Tour runs dynamic, so that feeling that every race is unique feels ever present for me. Compare this style to the previous Mario Kart entry where every race felt borderline predetermined. Mario Kart 8, in my opinion, was lacking a lot of the random elements to separate the people running the front from the people in the back. Mario Kart World is basically Fisher-Price in comparison to 8. Anyone who's anyone can get that elusive first place thanks to how wacky and random items and non-linear shortcuts are. And believe it or not, I actually prefer it this way. It's just more fun to rip through tracks in short spurts and take in all the nonsense on my screen. I'm 100% okay with the concept that luck low-key wins out more times than skill in a, family kart racing game. And it's not like skilled players can't play around the random factors. You still got mushrooms to dodge blue shells. We still got super horn to stop red shells and blues. The shield items are plentiful. It's just that now, thanks to 24 players on screen, there's more chances for major altering events to mess up your flow. Lightning drops more frequently. You might lose speed thanks to Kamek's transformations. Someone might be holding on to a Giga Mushroom as they zip past you, taking their place from 4th to 1st. The game, at least for now, just feels a lot less predetermined than any Mario Kart I've ever played. Not even gonna lie to y'all, I haven't placed first once online in Knockout Tour, but I keep smelling the syrup like the summer ant I am, and I keep throwing myself in for one more race. I just gotta push myself a little bit further, find a slightly more optimal shortcut, anything for a chance to play something other than top 3. It's a Knockout Tour to me where Mario Kart World shines the brightest. Speaking of bright, I can't believe I got this far in without mentioning the ingenious soundtrack. Simply phenomenal work from the composers at Nintendo. I'm pretty sure the $80 price tag stems from the sheer amount of remixes and original orchestrated tracks this game provides. The dynamic jukebox that selects songs fitting the mood as you free roam around the varied locales is inspired, and I adore how well mixed the remixes are. The EDM Koopa Troopa Beach, the jazzy rendition of Super Mario Kart's title theme that plays during the game's nighttime segments, the funk remix of Moonview Highway. I mean, come on now, Nintendo! The OST is straight up heavenly work, and this is just the stuff you have to stumble across in free roam. The core race tracks are peak as well. Major shoutouts to the 6-part 25mm medley that spans 6 unique genres during a race on DK Spaceport. Starting off with the classic Mario Kart Big Band energy, then it winds down and transitions towards this classic retro tune we're all familiar with as you drift and dodge barrels. The piano kicks in, raising the tempo as the track works its way into a crescendo that ends on a rock rendition of the DK theme. Topping things off with the classic Hammer Power-Up remix. I can't emphasize enough how sick this music is. And that Rainbow Road medley, just, sorry, give me a second. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. The presentation, as per usual with the Nintendo game, is fire. I love how eating the various regions' food changes a character's fit, and I also appreciate Nintendo for allowing us, the players, to turn off the transformation if we just want to roll with an outfit of our choosing throughout the race. My faves for now are Mario's sightseeing fit, Farmer Peach, literally every single Daisy outfit, Bowser Jr.'s super adorable little explorer getup, and lastly, Pro Racer Rosalina. I mean, she just got that stuff on. I gotta keep it a stack. The inclusion of the Mushroom Kingdom's Rogues Gallery and residents alike is a nice touch. Most of them aren't really for me, but it's just nice to see NPCs get some love in any format these days, and I didn't feel like a cheap inclusion. It feels like they actually thought this out, you know, and when it just surprised people with the sheer amount of Mario in, well, Mario Kart. And I'll be that guy and show a little bit here. Mario Kart World is absolutely worth the price I paid for, which was $500 because I got a Switch 2 with it. But even at $80, I can't lie to you and say it's not like you're not getting your money's worth. There's just simply too much fun to be had, and the gameplay on display truly pushes Mario Kart in a new and fascinating direction. That said, it's not without a couple of frustrating problems. Most of these I'm sure will be patched. Some other stuff, not so much. First negative, I really don't get why there's no option in the game outside of time trials and versus mode that simply lets you race on one track for 3 laps. While I understand the focus of the game is on the interconnected nature of the world in, well, Mario Kart World, I and many other players, I'm sure, would love for there to be a separate queue for multiplayer worldwide that allows for us to race in the classic 3 laps formula, at least for the tracks that feature it. And it'd be nice if the Grand Prix could also offer that as well. It just felt a little disjointed at points where you're going on 3 laps, then all of a sudden you're looping on this long highway. Again, I'm sure this is something that can be patched in or simply fixed via the friend invite system for versus, but I think Nintendo should be on top of that sooner rather than later. Second negative is, gotta be honest with you guys, it's the open world. I'm so torn on how to articulate this because on one hand, I think the open world formula is great. It's what naturally leads to Knockout Tour, and I really enjoy going anywhere with the shortcut paths that are presented via the item usage. But it still needs a bit of refinement. For starters, online Knockout Tour should 100% have randomly generated track roadmaps. While I'll praise how creative you can get going from point A to point B, I do feel the repetition kicking in as I race around these pre-generated tours over and over again, which is probably what aids my short burst play session style, thus the lack of hours put in over this week. Maybe this is by design, as let's be real, Mario Kart is not a game you should be grinding out, but I think adding more random elements to, well, an already random game would benefit the longevity of it by a ton. As for the P missions or P switches and other free roam goodies, they're fine. Most of the P missions are a bit simple for me. Grabbing the blue coins, reaching the goal on a strict timer. I do see the benefits of how they help teach you, the player, how to find these shortcuts and other dope track secrets, but going out of my way to search for said P switches, it's kind of sleep, I'm not gonna lie to you. The stickers are also useless. Like most of the collectibles in this game, you can't really decorate or plaster your carts with them, so they just kind of sit there on the menu screen or appear over your head online. It's kind of lame, which brings me to the point. I just wish free roam was, you know, a bit more guided and weaved in some form of single player campaign along with the collectibles. I envision the game teaching me about the shortcuts and item usage on certain tracks, then using all that I've learned via the P-Switch missions to get into 1v1s with your rival, which then leads you to unlocking them. Or maybe you collect stickers doing time trials in the open world for each track in a cup, and you use all the skills to grab said stickers to unlock the cup and start up a Grand Prix race. I don't know, I just think there's a lot more that could have been done with the Mario Kart open world formula. That all said, let's keep it a stack. Nintendo knows exactly what they're doing with the open world formula. This is something you throw on in the background while you do other things. let's just be real. Whether it's having a convo with Nintendo Switch 2 game chat or listening to YouTube videos in the background, The free roam is built for people that simply want to roam around with Mario Kart controls, and honestly, there's a little bit of charm in that. Just not something that's charming enough for $80 is all I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta try something at least. My third and final negative is battle mode. Battle mode is still mid. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired of the missing modes. We got no Renegade, Roundup, no Shine Thief, no Bomb on Blast. We're back to Wii U era Mario Kart 8 maps. We're talking world tracks ripped straight from the open world and plopped into coin runners and balloon battle. Again, this is my point where the open world formula is both a blessing and a curse. Major gripes aside, how am I feeling overall about Mario Kart World's package? It's mad good. Yes, there's critiques and rough edges, but at the end of the day, it's a new fresh take on the kart racing formula that's been a bit stale for quite some time. The courses are excellent. Knockout Tour is so awesome, and Grand Prix, again in short spurts, is a really dope concept. The music, all of it, on the MP3 right now, and I can't help but gush over how charming the presentation is. The cast of characters feels the most expressive they've ever been in a Mario Kart game. And just look at how cute the daisy animations are. Everyone's dancing to the music on the character select screen, and if you idle long enough, they even start to hum along with the music. The game just has that classic Nintendo sauce, and I'm not gonna claim otherwise. But the little problems do add up, and the experience, while fun in spurts, does tend to quickly overstay its welcome during any form of an extended play session, which, to be honest, is not a great feeling in any game, especially one that costs, you know, $80. Mario Kart World overall, it's pretty neat. Is it $80 neat? That I'm still torn on. You only get the game if it's bundled with the console. It's only get the game if it's bundled with the console. Let's just keep it a stack. Thank you all so much for watching my little Mario Kart World review. Again, it's a really fun game. Loved it in my little doses that I've been having, but I gotta ask you, the audience, if you have a Switch 2 or if you're planning on getting a Switch 2, does this game look like something you want to pick up alongside it, especially for the hefty price tag allotted? Thank you all again so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.